how can you speak out about issues that matter to you without seeming off-brand? Do you feel sometimes you're putting yourself in a position where you create a lot of content for a lot of time and then suddenly something happens and you want to take a stance, but you don't know, is this going to be relevant for my audience? Are people going to unfollow me? Here's the thing. You can achieve a lot more in your brand if you build a legacy instead of chasing vanity. What do I mean by vanity? I mean engagement, comments, likes, the number of followers that subscribe and unsubscribe, the kind of people that come to your space and tell you how amazing you are. Those things, although they seem good and they make you feel like important and nice about yourself and about your brand, they are vanity metrics and emotions, because you don't want to chase a short-term feeling and then be afraid to actually live your true self and be yourself in your full self in your brand. So instead of chasing vanity, build a legacy. And how you do that is easy. We always overestimate what we can do in a day, in a week, or in a year, but we underestimate what we can do in 5 years. So make sure that you look out for legacy for the long run. Because when you chase legacy, you take off the pressure of having to chase all those numbers and all those likes and all those engagement metrics. And you take off the pressure of seeming on brand if you're actually not really talking about what you want to talk about. If you build legacy, you will get people in your space, people that will back you up no matter where you go, that really know who you are and they care about the things that you care about. You don't want people in your space that actually don't really care about the things that deeply are rooted in your identity. So here are 3 ways that you can build legacy instead of chasing vanity. Number 1, understand that you overestimate what you can do in a week and you underestimate what you can do in a year or 2. So make sure that when you set yourself goals for yourself and for your brand, for your business, that you set yourself the goals for, this is the goal that I want to do this year, not this week or this month or even this quarter. Give yourself some time, take off the pressure. Number 2, make sure that you talk about topics that matter to you in the context that matters to you. So if you are a fashion influencer, but you also really care about the environment, make sure that you always talk about environmental issues in the context of your expertise. Don't start talking about politics if you don't feel comfortable about it. If you do, you can, but if you don't, leave it out. Look for the opportunities that you can bring up, all those educational pieces, all the value that you can bring your audience by educating them in your field and your expertise. And number 3, instead of looking for, I want to become the best brand in that field, think about a deeper purpose. Think about the legacy that you want to create and leave behind when you already left the world. Apple doesn't talk about we are creating the highest quality products on the market or we look the coolest. Their purpose, their brand purpose, and what people buy into is the approach to think different and to look at the future and invent the future themselves. So look at purpose, look at legacy and not vanity. Now, I want to hear from you. What are the things that you want to be known for when you are already gone? What is the legacy that you want to leave behind? Don't overthink it. It doesn't have to be too deep. Just put a couple of words down and leave it in the comments below. See you next time.